What is up, guys? HD Motorsports here, and we are live for the My Color Street Nails D4C Cup Series racing. Back after 2 races, and the boys are at Talladega tonight in the 2019 updated cars. It's going to be fast. There's going to be a lot of draft effects with those higher spoilers. Cars are going to be a little bit more stable. Indeed, I'm expecting a lot of side-by-side racing out here tonight.
Without a doubt, HD. I mean, the 2019 updates here, we know that we can run side by side, and the side draft is really big with these cars, but not so much the once you jump out of line, it pretty much stalls out right then. So it's going to definitely be exciting. I'm looking for 2 wide and 3 wide here tonight.
Yes, sir, indeed. We got 22 cars on track, 94 laps. They're averaging about 20 laps per green flag run as I just got the invite out. Going to go ahead and send out to the party right now. Going to get in here, buddy. Indeed, after 2 weeks, man, I'm excited to be back in the Cup Series. A lot of good drivers. We got our own very own Knights out here in the 8 car. I'm going to invite the party to a game. Also got to take a screenshot on my phone of the new updated roster. That's going to be something we're going to have to deal with tonight because everybody's might be in a new car here in the 2019s. Go and hop on over to the Cup Series. More Smoke is still your points leader. Grab my phone. Guys, if you're just joining in, make sure to get your picks in on who you think is going to win. That driver wins the race. You will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/StarShineNails. They have kindly given the league $1,500 in prize money as you hear my phone clicking off of the new driver roster. HD is in the 4 car. Look at that. Go ahead and load up in here, Deeds.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, HD, this is a super stacked field, as we know. And, I mean, you go back to Daytona, if we're plate racing here, we saw Rose pull off the win there. Rose is starting on the outside pole here. But you got J.R. Horn, who won the Xfinity race last week. More Smoke, the points leader. I mean, you can go on and on. But one car that I'm really watching for and that I know is going to get a win here, that's going to be Muffin, who I believe he's still in the 72.
There we go, and there is the 4 car up on the pole, like you said, with the 11 of CGMX Rose on the outside of him. Expect him to make some moves. He's actually coming back. Coming back for after being out for a few weeks. A little race suspension he's got.
Yeah, and we know that, you know, Rose is fast and he can win at any point in time. And I mean, you got him right on his bumper there on the outside pole. This is going to be super exciting, to say the least. I think it's honestly going to come down to pit strategy because I'm looking for a lot of green flags.
As we're looking at that new Ford Mustang premiere here in D4C at Talladega, and the boys are getting ready to go green. Coming to the line, look at Jose and that 38 Haley Deegan Monster Machine. And P3 on the outside of him is going to be got him. Top 4 first Chevy in the field, and we are underway into turn 1. It's going to be the 4 car with Jose closing the gap fast as I expect these guys to start fighting early to get that inside line. And there's the 1 of D4C 4-speed pinching it down in there. You couldn't fit a piece of paper between those guys.
No, it's a hurry up and jump to the bottom right now kind of day. And as soon as I say that, the 12 car jumps to the outside. Pull the outside line up here with them. We've seen this in the Xfinity race. I'm just wondering how it's going to work out with the 2019s.
Yeah, it's going to be curious. I haven't really driven the 2019s too much, and that's going to be the first car on the outside. The 12 of Muffin. CGMX Rose is currently behind him, but the lead pack, bottom 5 as the 41's going to jump out there, but that inside line is prevailing at the moment with that 4 of the Aviator. Jose currently pushing him.
Well, and so far early, what we're seeing here, HD, is the inside line is definitely the place to be. people are fighting to get down there, and nobody's wanting to get on that outside as they're dropping back.
Yes, sir, indeed. And can I just get a mic check, volume check? Is everything looking good? All sounds great. We sound beautiful up in here, as it looks like the top 10 so far is single filed out. Still no change in that top 5 running order. Current top 3 is going to be the 4 of the Aviator, followed by the 38 of Jose and the 22 of the Mad Brownie. Current top 3 running.
And I'm trying to look through my roster here, but I believe it's that 22 there. Who do we have in the 22 car, and who's in the 1?
The Mad Brownie is in the 22, and I do believe 4-speed, yep, D4C 4-speed is going to be in the 1 car. He's currently sitting P4, and behind him is going to be
JR Horn in the 19.
Yeah, JR Horn switching up to the 19. He was running the 78. This 19 looks mighty nice in the 2019 form. Look how big these spoilers are compared to the 2018. It's amazing.
They got the rear windshield on the bumper, you know.
As the boys have pretty much all single filed out here so far. Want to get it going, you know, save a little fuel. You could see a little pit strategy if these guys are able to save 14 laps. If this thing was to go all the way green, which I think someone like JR Horn could do, especially having that shifter, he could shift it up into neutral, save a little bit more fuel, as we got him now in that 3 car on the outside, trying to make something happen with the 12 behind them. It's just them 2 at the moment. Don't expect anything working yet with them. I expect them to drop back all the way behind his line.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're seeing it right there. I mean, nobody wants to get out of that bottom line right now because you're just going to drop to the back, just like we saw at Daytona in the 2019 update.
Yes, sir, indeed. We're currently riding along with the 14 of Sweeter Feed, who is currently in the top 5 point standings, just outside the top 5 running order at the moment. Behind him is going to be the 42. The 42 of Amore Smoke. He's actually going to stay in the same car. Running currently 6-year points leader.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, HD, I honestly think this is going to come down to pit strategy here. I don't look for anybody to come in early per se, but like you said, you know, if you can save, you know, 3 laps per run, we know you got 4.5 pit stops you're going to have to make. So if you can cut out that half at the end here, I think that's going to be the move of the race.
Yes, sir, indeed. And just outside the pack, we got our very own D4C Carroll. We suck again, running in that 48. No more lows for pros. It's going to be the ally, baby, as he's got not old man Todd. That's going to be D4C Coey currently pushing him, trying to catch up to the lead pack.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I've ran a lot of races on plate tracks here with Carroll, and he's really good here. He may be pulling that strategy right now. As you know, they've dropped off. They got a 4-car pack there in the middle. I think we're already seeing these strategies play out.
Yeah, so far early on, the only people I've seen make a move is going to be the 3 of Gotham in that 12. They keep bouncing to the outside, getting these runs once they get off about 2/10, as I expect to see here. Yep, there goes Gotham to the outside. It's just nowhere to go. Nowhere to go when they're all single filed up. You ain't going to get it with 2 cars.
Yeah, and I haven't ran these 19s a whole lot, but I do know that when I have ran them here, if you jump to the outside, the run that you get, it just stalls out so quick. I mean, it's going to take several cars on that high line to get up here, like we saw Horn do in the Xfinity race, and got him.
And not only that, you're going to need people who know how to run together. You got to know who you're pushing, you got to know who's pushing you, and you got to trust that person, especially when you get 5 cars rolling pushing. That's when the trust comes into effect, and that's going to be the team that's going to win this thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right, HD. Teamwork is paramount, you know, especially here.
Guys,
And do not.
Go ahead.
Yeah, do not get a penalty getting on pit road, or your race is probably over.
Yeah, if this thing goes green, it's definitely over. But guys, if you're just joining in, make sure to get your pick in on who you think is going to win the race. If your prediction comes right and you are the first person to pick that driver, you will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/starshine-nails. They have kindly given the league $1,500 in prize money. And yes, that's just not for the drivers. That's for you guys, the fans, as well. So make sure to get those picks in. So, Deeds, who is your early favorite as we got movement up in the front? The 22 with the Mad Brownie made something happen, but Horn is going to leave him out to dry. Just left him out there, and the Mad Brownie is going to fall way back outside the top 5.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, one car that if you ask for my early favorite here is, it's got to be J.R. Horn sitting there in 4th place, just riding around, biding his time. We know he's good at these plate tracks, and honestly, 2 cars behind him, you got Rose sitting there. But I mean, honestly, HD, it's kind of like take these numbers and throw them in a hat until 2 to go.
Yes, sir, indeed. As the Mad Brownie actually was able to find a hole, he fell from 3rd all the way back to 8th place. Biggest loser right here so far as Horn dumps him out, leaves him nothing. And as a driver, Deeds, are you going to remember that as the race goes on when you get towards the end? Like, hey, the 19 left me earlier. I'm going to leave him now when it counts.
Well, I mean, right now, if I jumped out of line on the bottom there and was up there by myself, I wouldn't really expect anyone to go with me this early. And I mean, but yes, absolutely. If somebody does jump up there and try it with you, you're definitely probably going to, you just made a friend for the whole race. So yeah, absolutely, you're going to remember.
Yes, sir, indeed. And I want to try something new out here. We're going to do a little crank it up session brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/starshine-nails. Guys, if you got a loved one out there, make sure to head there. Buy your loved one some mycolorstreetnails.com/starshine-nails. I guarantee you they will not be disappointed. And guys, let's do everything we love to do, and let's crank this bad boy up real quick. All right, guys, and that crank it up session was brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com. As the front pack is still pretty much single filed up, and they're actually starting to catch some back marker runners. Actually, no, this is the second back currently, I think, Foreman.
Yeah, they're trying to get in line back there, and I'll tell you, Gotham started, to tell you how big that draft is, Gotham started, 4th place on that outside line, and he's right now, he's all the way back to 14th. As see the 43 of Tech 9, he's moved up to the top, and they're going to drop back around now. So we got some movement at the back of this here from 11th, 12th, 11th to 15th. But I mean the top 10, pretty much all single file.
Without a doubt, I'm definitely getting itchy to see this thing getting racy, baby. As we no longer see that second pack. As up there they are coming out of turn 2 at the moment, as these boys are currently going into turn 3, so they're about a whole straightaway away as we got a back of, what, 13 cars you just said up in the front?
Yeah, yep.
Is that back car right there? I can't really get a number on him. I think that's, looks like double zero. Yeah, the double zero is mighty, as we, Scott Cole and all them like to say, looking like a windshield wiper out here. Good Lord, it must be raining hard at Talladega. As yeah, the second pack is starting to get numbers. I don't know exactly why they're currently racing back there. They all just need to get lined up, get bumper to bumper, and start reeling in the front pack because, again, they're a whole straightaway away. So racing back here is not really going to do much.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge deficit to try to overcome here. And, you know, at Talladega, you know, you might take tires this time. You might not. You might take two. I mean, we're going to see different strategies play out here. I mean, if it's me, I'm not taking tires this time. As we're on lap 16 and we know we're getting ready to run pit stops here, I'm not taking tires this time if I'm in that front pack. How about you, HD?
Yeah, I'm not taking tires at all. And if I do take tires, I'm just going to take right sides, and then next time I'll take left sides. And I'll alternate it. I will take 2 cans of fuel because, and honestly, I might even take 4 tires because if you take 2 cans of fuel, I mean, you're going to fill out the pit stop only with 4 tires, so you might as well gain that extra grip, that extra mobility when it comes down to it, as these boys in the second pack have finally single filed up. Let's go ahead and bounce up to the front pack as we got a pack of 4 forming on the outside now. Now a pack of 5 with the 41 bouncing up as these boys are trying to make something happen, Deeds.
Yeah, they're jockeying here for position to hit pit road. It's coming up, HD. We're coming to, we're on lap 17, now 18. So everybody's late should have just came on, you know, especially the top guys there. The guys in the pack may have saved a lap or two, and we're going to find out here as we're coming down the backstretch.
Yes, sir. And that 41 car has a new driver. Previously it was 4Speed, who's actually currently running in 3rd place. He bounced to the 1 Monster Machine, and the new home for the 41 is going to be, where is the 41 list? 41, Stout Whiskey. Stout Whiskey jumps from the 12 to the 41.
I was wondering about Stout. I mean, we know that he's been stout all year long here. And he's having another good run today as he's up here in this front pack.
Yes, sir, indeed. If you guys are just joining in, as we got a full 26 people out there watching, we all very much enjoy here at D4C. If you haven't picked your driver yet, make sure to pick someone who hasn't been picked yet. And if they end up winning that race, you will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. As the 41 and the 00 going to have a little contact, they're able to get it all together. The 00 right now, that might be lag. I think that's happening to him because he is looking like it's hailing out there with the windshield wipers on.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you can tell that we're getting down to the end of a run here. You know, the cars are really light with no fuel in them, and guys are starting to, push up and slide around, and it's getting fun now, HD.
Yes, sir, indeed. Can we get a quick lap count as these boys, again, are averaging about 20 laps per tank on a green flag run? He's still been green since the green flag has dropped.
Yeah, we're on lap number 20 right now. We're completing lap 20, coming to 21 to go, and I'm watching Muffin's car here, and he's still got 2 laps of fuel left. His light just came on, and he's running around the back of this pack.
We'll go ahead and get up with the leaders.
And we got the leaders coming in.
The Ford's coming down, the 38's coming down. It's only going to be 3 of them. That's the one thing about leading this pack the whole time. You are saving no fuel, and that is going to kill him. Those 3 cars, if these guys can get bunched up, because they are just not going to have the draft deeds.
Yeah, and the whole second pack pretty much just hit the pit with them here, but I'm watching that 43 car that came in there because it looked like he got to that line kind of hot.
The only thing that's going to save that pack of 3 pitting is if this whole pack pits together. This is going to be a jumbled up mess. This time, coming around turns 3 and 4, it looks like that one of D4C 4Speed's looking mighty low. Will he be coming this time? Yep, here he comes, but the 19 of Horn is staying out along with the 14, and there's a bigger pack that time coming down. Nice and clean. I saw no contact between, nothing, and there's just 4 out on track at the moment. It's going to be the 19 of J.R. Horn, your current race leader, followed by the 14 of Sweeter Feeds. We got CGMX Rose behind him, and that's the 40. Is that the 41 or the 42 in McDonald's?
It should be the 42, I believe.
No, that's the 40. We're both wrong.
Oh, yeah, the 40. Wow. Hello.
That's going to be D4C Outlaw, your current top 4 running, but we're currently going through green flag pit stops. And here comes Horn this time as CGMX Rose is going to do another lap by himself, and I think that's a huge mistake.
Well, we saw him do this at Daytona, and we know he's going to run that thing out. And right there, I mean, it shows you, HD, the beginning of this race, he's just saved a whole nother lap. So when it comes to the fuel strategy, I think that Rose is on that strategy, but he's going to need some luck to get back in the draft here. One thing that is working for him is that the first cars to hit pit road, they did not get off and locked up together. I haven't seen anybody really nose to tail getting off of pit road, so that may play into Rose's favor.
Yeah, we're looking at the first group at the moment to hit pit road. That's going to be the 4 and the 38. They were able to get hooked up, but it's just 2 of them. Let's go ahead and bounce around as CGMX Rose this time is coming down all by his lonesome. He's going to need a quick pit stop entry. He's got to be able to get back up to speed deeds to catch this draft, or else he is in trouble of losing a lap in this next green flag stint.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, great. It's one of those things, you know, do you save that lap and come out by yourself? I just don't think that I would have saved that. But I guess we'll find out. He did win Daytona.
Yes, sir, indeed. And here's the 19 of J.R. Horn, as he's only got 1 car behind him. No clue who your current race leader is. If we could find out in Muffin Stream or anybody's stream, or maybe bounce down there in the next lap or 2 so we can get some kind of idea, that would be great.
Yeah, well, I'm watching Muffin. He's getting, right now he's getting past him back into 12th place, and the 4 car is going to be your leader with 4-speed on his bumper in the Jose on his bumper in the 38. Those 2 cars are hooked up. Everybody else is trying to get lined up right now.
So a little developing story with the one of D4C 4-speed. Looks like he got a little damage while pitting. He's got a little crinkle, little scrapes on the front left, as well as his rear bumper is smashed in just a little bit. That's going to force his spoiler up just a tiny bit, and that's going to make him that much slower, especially with being a lead car. If I was these guys, I might swap it out.
Yeah, and I was just about to say Muffin's got some damage here too. I'm not sure how that happened, but he's got a little damage, and he's running 218 degrees right now. And in the pack here, I'm watching his temperature. A little developing thing here, you know, for the 2019 update, since we're all still learning about it. I'm seeing that when he ducks behind the car, his temperature actually goes up, and when he ducks out, it goes down.
There we go with that. Someone just asked for a lap count. We are on about lap 24 of 94 laps. The boys have just completed their first green flag pit stop, and that definitely spread the field out, as the 4 is still your race leader after I thought he might have made a little boo-boo mistake. But I expect these guys to catch up before this green flag run is over, as it's just 2 of them.
Yeah, and this second pack here from 8th to 12th, they're catching up to the. I mean, they're all getting back together, I guess you will. But the front 2, when they hit pit road early, I mean, look at how much track position that it gave them. They've got almost a whole straightaway over. They got a whole turn on 3rd and 4th, but they've got a whole straightaway on 5th on back. 6th on back, I'm sorry.
So we got a little lag surge right there. I'm trying to find Rose, and here's Rose at the moment. So he was able to catch somebody. He's currently behind Horn and the 14, who is kind of on the same strategy as Rose. Now, Horn pitted that 3rd group to pit with the 14. Rose went an extra lap. So Rose on those front guys who pitted the 4, and Rose is going to hit the apron. What a save by CGMX Rose, but that is going to kill him, as he lost that 2-car draft. made a mistake. Maybe he had a nose itch. Maybe he had a fly buzzing around his head, or maybe he knew I was watching him. That was the HD Jinx right there. As CGMX Rose hits the apron, he is going to lose a ton of ground with that mistake.
Yeah, that's big. He's going to now. I mean, if I'm Rose after that right there, I'm going to just back up to this pack behind me and get pulled back up here.
You're going to need something. As again, your race leader is going to be the 4 of the Aviator, still followed by that 38 of Jose 720. Top 2, third place is going to be JR Horn in the 19, followed by the 14 of D4C Sweeter Feeds. Outside of that, it's kind of a guessing game, as we got a pack here at the moment. Leading it's going to be the 9 of Silent Killer.
Oh! I believe that's got him. That just slammed the wall in the trioval. He's got heavy damage in that 3 car, and he's down on the apron here. Don't know what's going on there, but wow, he hit it a ton.
After you get into these races, you're going to want to message D4C, all capital, lowercase, JR Horn. I'd message him. He's the guy. You wouldn't necessarily get straight into the Cup Series, but we might start you out in the truck. As here's CGMX Rose as the 12 is going to pick him up. Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah. Come on, teammate. Let's get back up here.
Actually, that might hurt him. See, Rose might have a little damage or something because the 12 gave him a shot, and they just went nowhere. They should be, as the 12 is, look at this draft pool. The 12 is currently getting, look at the closing rate. He needs to get off that apron, though, before he spins the thing. But he caught the one of D4C 4-speed in a matter of seconds. And the closing rate, that was so good, and that's going to make the finish that much better.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on here. Trying to get circled around here to Gotham, who, for some reason, he's running around on the apron, which is huge. I mean, we saw him hit the wall there really hard. I don't know what's going on with it, but definitely a developing story. Is he's on pit road now, and he's exiting. So that's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge developing story. And we saw Gotham early on in the race trying to make the moves. He was one of the only few cars doing it, and to see him hit the wall like that, you know he is going to be frustrated. He's going to be praying for a caution as the 22 of Mad Brownie on the high side gets hung out to dry, as Gotham is currently coming out of pits again with that heavy front end damage.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, here really shortly, we're going to see cars begin to get lapped, and that's going to put Gotham where he's not going to want the caution.
Well, Gotham is already currently, he's lapped. He's in the first car a lap down, as something happened. No, excuse me. Something happened with the 14 and JR Horn, I think, because the third pack is now called Horn. They're going to catch the 14 as the race leaders are currently in turns 1 and 2 with the 2 of Old Man Todd, who is going to be your first car a lap down, hooked up behind them. So that's going to help the front 2 runners at the moment with that extra car, that extra push, a little bit extra RPMs, maybe an extra mile per hour, and that's going to make it that much longer for that second and third pack to catch these guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, you know, the pack that's being led around here by Horn, they are clearly the fastest on the track. And they're just going to keep picking up cars as they run up here to get back to the front. And the one car that I'm watching is Rose with that extra lap of fuel. He's back here drafting again. I mean, we saw him stay out 3 laps longer than the leaders that hit pit road. And, you know, when it comes to saving that half a pit stop, HD, that's huge.
Yes, sir, indeed. As we're watching the lead pack, the top 2, the 2 is currently a lap down, as we now got glimpse of that second pack, as they are running more than 10 deep at the moment. Lead car is still going to be the 14. 43 of Tech 9 is going to be the third car in line, followed by the 1 of D4C Horn. Not Horn, that's going to be 4-speed, as the 20 is loose down low, able to get it together.
Yeah, and I've been watching him for a few laps here, and I mean, he's got his hands full with that car, so I'm not sure what kind of adjustments. I bet I know what's going on, that, you know, they probably didn't get all the tires aired up. I bet we got one tire that's probably sitting at 50 and another that's sitting at, you know, 30. So until they get the the second pit stop in, we know it's really hard to get all that in under green. So I bet that's what's going on here. We got guys just hanging on to these things until they get that final pit stop in.
Yeah, and just to follow up on your CGMX Rose statement, that is definitely what they're doing. The kid is saving fuel. He's probably going to go an extra lap or two on Horn, who he pitted a lap after Horn. So his 3 laps got extended just to probably 5 laps on the whole field. And we were saying earlier, all you got to really do is save 14 laps. If this whole thing goes green, you just cut out a pit stop. So it's going to be interesting to watch CGMX Rose work the draft, work the fuel, and if he had a clutch and a shifter, he'd be saving that much more, as these guys are currently 3 wide up here with Horn on the outside.
Yeah, and got him moved up there, and I think he was going to try to get in front of Horn on that outside line, and Horn said, "Nah, not today."
Current top 5 running is going to be the 4 of the Aviator. Out front is the 43 of Tech 9, down on the apron, sideways, wheeling that thing around turns 1 and 2 on the apron. What a save by him. Heartbreak, though, because he lost this second pack. Trapped. But the follow-up on the statement of your top running is going to be the 4 of the Aviator, followed by the 38 of Jose 720. Third place is going to be whoever is leading this pack, and that's going to be the 14. New car number 14. Sweeter Feeds. Yes, I got to remember that. 14. And we got the 1 of D4C 4-speed in that 1 car. That's going to be your current top 5 running. How do you get into this league, guys? If you want to get into this league, not necessarily going to get the Cup Series or get a shot out in the Truck Series, but you want to go ahead and message this gamer tag what I'm about to type in chat.
I tell you a little developing story here. With Muffin here, he's got 8 laps of fuel left. He's running 226 degrees right now, HD.
What is he running?
226.
226, that is way too hot on that car. He's definitely losing power. Good Lord.
I mean, and here goes Rose underneath the 4-speed for 7th place now. And Muffin is kind of, just staying right here in line a little bit, if you will. But he can't really afford to because he's overheating it.
Deeds, I think I can cook me a nice ribeye steak on that hood of that car. Nice 226 degrees. I like my steak a little bit medium rare. How do you like your steak, Deeds?
Oh, yeah. I want it bleeding here, so we'd be good with that, just warm it up on the hood there, underneath the hood there, we just throw a pack of hot dogs on the manifold there, HD.
Why don't we just pop a whole pig on that thing, make a whole, what do they call it when they rotate that thing? What is that called? What do they call it?
Rotisserie.
Get a little rotisserie. You know what I like calling those damaged cars? I like calling those damaged cars, man. The Wounded Gazelles. Well, we might be eating ourselves a little gazelle tonight. Straight off the African plains.
Yeah.
But get back to racing at the moment, as the second group is still currently trying to catch up to this front guys. Front guys look like they've gained more cars.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, one thing that I've noticed here is it's not really where a big line draft is really gaining runs. So, I mean, we're all learning with the 2019s and how they run and how the draft works. I mean, this is something to watch here because that's a 2-car draft out there, and I know that Jose can push like crazy. But they're definitely pulling away by just those 2 cars.
Well, that 2-car actually turned to a 5-car draft as they are picking up lapped cars as they go along, and that's just helping them. As that second pack actually got the race in there for a moment when they went 3 wide, and I think that destroyed them as they have now dropped back a whole straightaway on the top 2 runners.
Yeah, the 24, is that still Coey?
Yeah, the 24 is going to be D4C Coey. The 2 of Old Man Todd. Looks like we have the 37 up here in front of the 37. Is actually going to be the 42 of Norris Smoke, the Capital One.
Yeah, and I'm going around the field here, and I'm seeing Coey out here by himself in the 24. The 9 and the 95 are together by themselves. I mean, they're really spread out, and I tell you, one thing that I'm seeing here, the more spread out they get, that plays into Rose's hands. It really does.
Yes, it most definitely is playing into his hands. If we can get a quick lap count, that would be awesome.
Yes, sir. I'm watching here. Got to get off the backstretch, HD.
Gotta get off of the backstretch. And once we get this lap count, we might go back to another Crank It Up session brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/starshine nails. Now, guys, Valentine's Day just passed. Not really just passed. It's maybe like, what, 2 weeks ago, as we got the A car of our very own Knights coming down the pit. Got a little squirrely, able to get that thing hauled up, as he's going to hit his pits nice and easy, as we might be seeing our second green flag pit stops of the night working out, as this second group is praying that those front two cars mess up a little bit, because they still have a whole straightaway on this, guys. I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, we've got 55 to go now, 54 at the line this time. So the pit window is definitely opening up. As I'm seeing, Muffin shows 3 laps of fuel left.
As we're looking at D4C.
Oh, we're under a caution, HD.
I don't think so, because I'm still moving around.
Oh, my bad. I was stuck going, we suck again, Carl. He's up in the wall with the tri-oval. Oh, look at the mayhem as they try to get around these cars coming off of pit road, HD.
Yeah, wow. Jose actually just came out of pit road all by him lonesome. He lost the 4 car. Let's get eyes on the 4. Where is the 4?
Yeah, he had to have gotten a penalty.
As the 88 is going straight in his pit wall. I don't think that's how you pit. It might just be, it might be a little penalty.
The 4 is just now leaving pit road. So, without knowing for sure, it looks to me like I about guarantee you that Jose and the Aviator in the 4, they hit pit road at the same time, I'm pretty sure. So that would mean that the 4 just got a penalty there. It would be my guess.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well. Again, as the green flag pit stops are underway, we're going to go ahead and assume that second pack, this pack right here, is your current lead pack at the moment, with CGMX Rose in this 11, saving fuel like a fool, looking like a Toyota Prius, not a Camry out on track right now.
Plug it in. Well, and I tell you, 4Speed's running 3rd, Muffin's running 4th, and Muffin has 1 lap of fuel left, and I look for them to probably hit pit road this time, because I don't think they got enough to get back around. But right behind them in 5th place is CGMX Rose, who we know he's saving, and here they come. They're coming down pit road, HD.
Yeah, and there's Rose just trucking along. As Gotham is in front of Rose, he's already a lap down at the moment. And CGMX Rose is your current race leader. We're just going to go in and follow. We're going to follow along with this pack. Actually, Jose just pitted now.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you what, I'm watching Muffin here, dude. He just passed about 5 cars getting onto pit road, and he's hitting a 14.9 pit stop. So that's huge. He passed Horn getting on pit road.
Well, this is interesting, because I could have swore Jose pitted already with the 4.
Well, and that's, you said, he was just coming off a pit road. I know he wasn't on pit road with the 4, so. And Muffin gets off pit road in 3rd place. CGMX Rose is your leader. Horn is 2nd. Muffin 3rd. The Aviator 4th. 4Speed 5th. That's your top 5.
As CGMX Rose is still out on track, going 2 laps farther than the group that just pitted, and 3 laps farther than that first group. So he's so far saved 5 to 6 laps of fuel. And that's definitely going to play into effect, as that 41 back there shot up the track coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, and I'm watching everybody exit here. The 18 of I believe that's D4C Rowdy, isn't it? He's got some damage on the driver's side. It may be from pitting it into the wall like that,
Yeah, that's the only downfall, is when the game takes, as CGMX Rose is coming down this time for his green flag pit stop. Let's go ahead and, as the 19 of Horn is coming down yet again. I think he got heavy damage as his car is destroyed on the right side.
Yeah, he's got some massive damage there. Not sure what happened. I bet you it was probably, everybody exiting pit road because he was leading that pack. And there's Rose in there with him. That's first and second place as they were running on the track. And Rose has a 44-second lead right now, sitting on pit road.
So is Muffin second or third place at the moment?
Third.
What car is Muffin?
Muffin's running. He's going to be in the 12 car, I believe, the PPG paint scheme.
Yeah, but here's Rose coming out of pit road at the moment. There goes the 4 flying by him, but we don't know exactly what happened to the 4. He had a very long pit stop. We don't know if is he the lead or is...
Well, and I'm looking here, the Aviator right now, Rose is going to cycle into, it looks like he's going to be able to hang on to third place, but he's only about 2.5 seconds behind the leader. So, I mean, we're seeing it here. He's got more fuel than anybody, we already know. He's been able to pit by himself and come out and stay in the top 3, and they're going to get hooked back up. It's only 2 seconds here, so...
He's going to fall right behind D4C 4-speed and save more fuel and go another 2 laps. That's going to push him 8 laps. He's only got to save a few more laps, and he's just down to a gas and go, really, as these other guys are going to be taking, just right sides and a whole can and a half.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that's one person that's really hoping that we go green for the entire run. And honestly, I don't look for a caution to come out. I mean, we're pack racing here, but look how spread out everything is. And Horn's out here running around by himself right now. He's begging for a caution. As we know, he did not want to hit back-to-back pit stops like that.
Well, I think Jose's begging for a caution. I think I found his problem is he's got damage on the left side. That's probably why he came down to fix that thing, because if he stayed out with the damaged car, he's going to lose way more time possibly over the long haul than this coming down and fixing it real quick. I think the same thing happened to Gotham when he had to come down.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm not sure. It honestly looked like Gotham. I mean, it looked like he blew a right side tire, how hard he hit the wall, and we seen him on pit road the very next lap. So heavy damage here at Talladega is just not going to work. Bring it to pit road, fix it, hope for a caution.
So your current top 3 running at the moment is going to be the 4 of Aviator. Ollie up there entering turn 3 right now. He's got the 42 of Amore Smoke pushing him. Now Amore Smoke is a lap down. He's going to be the lucky dog at the moment. In second place, we're going to have Muffin with the 37 pushing him. He's also a lap car down. That's going to be the 37 of Pro Viper. We know he's a good pusher. And behind these guys in third place is going to be the 22 of the Mad Brownie, followed by the 41. New driver in that 41. Got to get that right. That's going to be the 41 of Stout Whiskey. Changing cars, followed by the 1 of D4C 4-speed and the 11 of CGM X Rose. Still saving fuel back there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that the top 5 here, I mean, they're all locked up bumper to bumper, which is exactly what you want to see.
Yes, sir, indeed. As these, can we get a quick lap count when they go by this time at the line?
Yes, sir. Coming out of 3 and 4 right now. At the line, 46 to, we're on lap 46 to go right now, HD.
So guys, the voting is going to close in 1 lap. If you haven't voted yet, make sure to pick your driver and who you think is going to win this race. If the pick comes true, that driver ends up winning. You will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. The link is in the description. If you got a loved one out there you bought a horrible Valentine's gift for and you're still sleeping on the couch, why don't you go ahead and hit mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails and get your loved one some shiny nails. They even got NASCAR nails. I think Dirty Deeds has even got his nails on at the moment. Don't you, Deeds?
The M&M collars, buddy. What's your favorite one?
Yes, sir. As that third group was able to pass the 12 of Muffin. Second place is currently going to be the 22 of Mad Brownie. The 41 of Stout Whiskey, got it right that time, is going to be in third. And fourth is going to be D4C 4-Speed. Rounded out the top 5 is going to be Rose, who I expect, honestly, to shuffle out to the back of this pack to save even more fuel.
Yeah, I was just watching that, HD, and they ran around the high side. They all went around and passed Muffin. And I'm not sure if Muffin in that 12, if he's still running hot. I mean, I believe I would have pulled a little tape off of it. How about you?
Yeah, Muffin is still currently running hot. I'd have pulled 3 pieces of tape off it, honestly.
Right.
As these guys are catching the race leaders, as they're only about 7 car lengths out from that 4 car, the Aviator. These guys are going to be coming fast on the outside once the Mad Brownie catches them, coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. They're going to catch them at the wrong time, though, Deeds. When I catch someone, I like to catch them exiting the corner so you can carry the momentum all the way down the backstretch. And here they go to the outside.
Oh, yeah, and the whole train is going to go around the outside here. Not just one car to stay up there. I mean, they're just all jumped to that outside. And look right in front of this pack here. That's J.R. Horn, who we just saw on pit road, who's been up front the entire race, but got damaged and had to go in and repair it.
Yes, sir, indeed. And your race leader, the Aviator, who pretty much led every single lap other than green flag pit stops, is going to get shuffled to the back. New race leader, the Mad Brownie, still working on the outside, trying to drag everybody. These, they're holding up pretty strong with 2 cars down there.
Yeah, and that's one thing I was saying, HD. When you take that run to the outside like that, with these 2019 aero packages and those giant spoilers on the back, the cars just stall out, as we're seeing them all jump back to the bottom right now.
Yeah, the Mad Brownie is going to go to the outside, the lap car. We're going to see things get shuffled up with lap cars because the 19 is now the first car lap down, followed by the 42 of More Smoke. The 4 of the Aviator is going to stay with the 19 of Horn, and he's going to stay a lap down as More Smoke is now trapped the second car a lap down, and that's going to kill him. You know he's going to be trying to make moves to get past Horn.
Yeah, and I mean, he's kind of stuck in a box here because if he jumps to the outside, he's going to drop to the back of this pack.
Now, the only thing that might be hurting the Mad Brownie, as we can take a quick look at the car, he's got a little crinkle on the left side. That hood's poking up. We can see that Ford engine in there. Is that a Bugatti engine, Beats? What is that? Is that a V12?
Yeah, I believe that's going to be some of that Robert Yates horsepower there in that 22.
I think he's rocking a V12. Might need to bring that thing down to inspection. How bad he blew by the 4 car of the Aviator.
Well, one thing we're seeing here is that V12 is not out pulling that 4-cylinder the GCM Rose is driving.
You know Rose is loving this because he is just saving the fuel at the moment.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. As I mean, you know, to make the move, we saw 6 cars try to pass 2, and only 1 car cleared the leader. That's huge. As Horn's going to go up high and let him drive by here, and I see that it's going to give up his free pass position here. So, well, not sure about that.
I just want to let you know we just hit the international market. As someone from Italy is currently watching the stream. Some Italian player. What's up, buddy? This is currently on the Xbox. This is D4C Racing League. Some of the top guys on the Xbox who are currently in the running of the Pro League is running in this race. As your current race leader, again, is going to be the 22 of Mad Brownie, followed by the 4 of Aviator, who is able to squeak by the 19. Actually, the 19 fell all the way back. Your new car, a lap down, is going to be the 42 of More Smoke.
That's right. And Horn actually moved out of that second position up the track here to drop back to the back. Not sure if he's going to try to save some fuel, you know, here, but I'm not so sure I would position so easily.
Yeah, I wouldn't have quite did that, honestly. I'd have been holding on to that apple.
Yeah, and I got a lap coming up for you here at the line. 39 to go.
39 to go. Now, they're going to pit win with like 30 to go. You think?
We saw the leaders there come with 55 to go, I believe it was. So that would be 35 to go.
So 35. Rose has stayed out about an extra, we'll say, what, 6 to 7 laps. So that's going to push him to 30. They're getting, what, about 21, 22 laps per tank?
Yes, sir.
So, Rose is sitting mighty pretty if this thing goes green all the way out. Because he's going to push this thing another 2 to 3 laps past when these guys pit.
Yeah, and I mean, when he hits pit road next, that's his last stop.
If you guys are looking to get into this league, and oh my God, I just saw something. Look at that NASCAR Heat Pro League logo on the 22. Quick shout out to NASCAR Heat Pro League, the Race Team Alliance. 704 games. Everybody coming together, NASCAR in general, putting that thing together. I tell you what, I'm mighty excited to see who gets drafted. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you, everybody that has been here and dedicated the time for this right here and shown the effort to put this in. Big shout out to everybody that's involved in the Pro League.
If you guys are looking to join this league, you won't get into the Cup Series. This is the premiere of the premiere. You'll start out in the D4C trucks that run Sunday night. I also broadcast as well. Hopefully I'll get the broadcast in Xfinity and trucks a little bit more as the showcase races have come to an end. Don't really need to tune up for that at the moment. So we'll be able to get those guys some spotlight running. But it's a heck of a league, guys. I mean, the leagues that are on Xbox, I just like D4C. I like the organization they have. They also have a website as well. You can, I think, register. It's going to be d4cracingleague.com. You can search it on Google. Join in that way as well. Heck of a league. Heck of an owner. D4C Gotham is J.R. Horn, his dad. Gotham's dad, 4Speed, putting this thing together. They have well over 100.
Oh, 88. 88's around in front of the leaders. Wow, HD. They barely missed him. We're going to stay green, but he's sitting in the tri-oval.
I think that was some kind of lag because he's currently going down pit road.
Oh, wow.
I think that was some kind of freaky lag. I saw that and I stopped dead middle of my sentence as, look at the 88 pit, man. He just straight smacked the wall.
Yeah, teleport me to pit road, please.
Again, guys, that's not actually the 88. I think that's a Sigma driving that 88 car.
Yes.
It's not actually him driving. That's just the AI taking control. But this front pack's got well over 10 cars in it at the moment. They're still single file. Nothing has changed as these guys are going to start coming down the pit here in the next few laps, Deeds. If you're in this pack, do you maybe come down one lap earlier to not be in the Wasp and Nest pitting and possibly take damage?
Ooh, man, I tell you, it looks like the 9 Silent Killer there's out of fuel, HD. He's running around on the apron, but to answer your question, no, I'm staying right with this pack.
Hey,
I do not want to come out here, and have to gain anything on the leaders here. And if I'm in the race, I pretty much know what Rose is doing. So right now, I guess got to shift over to Rose and the extra laps that he's ran. If I'm in the race, I'm definitely keeping an eye on that.
Well, here comes a
pit road.
Big pack of about 6 to 5 cars. They're going to hit it nice and smooth. That was pretty good. The 22 Mad Brownie lead them down, followed by the Aviator. There's the 41. The 37's behind him. He's actually currently a lap down, I do believe. I could be wrong on that. That's going to be the 37, a Pro Viper, followed by the 8 of our very own Knight 2, I also believe is a lap down.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this is all sorted around now. And Rose second, Muffin's third, Lightning Bird and Rowdy are fourth and fifth, but they're 20 seconds back, HD. As it looks like the 22 got a penalty. The 22 serving a penalty on pit road. That's terrible.
That's a very tough break for the 22 of Mad Brownie. Speeding into his pits as they're going to pass him right now.
Yeah.
Just put him a lap down. He's going to be a lap down by a mob.
Yes, sir.
And That's the advantage Rose has, though, by the strategy he's pulling. He's pitting by himself. He can enter pits with no, like, he doesn't have to worry about anybody running to the back of him.
Yeah, and one thing we saw at Daytona, I mean, he had one of the cleanest cars. He kept that thing out of trouble, and he's doing it again here on another plate track. It's really impressive.
As it looks like this time by, that's going to be the 42 of a more smoke coming down. Still your race leader is going to be D4C 4-speed. I had some nacho cheese fries. That's why I'm burping a little bit. I mean, if you had any nacho cheese fries from Taco Bell, good Lord, those things are delicious. I'm glad they're back on the menu.
and I'll tell you, Silent Killer here, man, he is still rolling around on the apron right now, out of fuel, trying to make it back to pit road. I'm wondering, will we see D4C Carroll here, you know, jump onto his bumper in the 48 and push him around like, you know, the Jimmy Johnson and chase him?
Really need to work on the announcing thing. Well, buddy, you can go and just lead the stream. I'm not here to impress just you. We got plenty of other people watching. Again, is what it is. But as the 11 of CGM-X Rose, your current race leader, taking this time by, and be interesting to see how many laps he goes. He's actually got a buddy with JR Horn behind him. If I was Rose, I'd probably pop up behind him and draft just a little bit.
Yeah, and one thing I'm noticing here is it's taking Muffin until this all of his adjustments in HD. He's on pit road now, and he's got a 16.7 on his pit stop.
Yeah, that's actually pretty slow by those standards. That's definitely going to hurt him. As Rose is still out on track, let's go and bounce around. Here's the 12 of Muffin. He's actually got at least 4-speed in front of him.
Yep, Rose is in. 4-speed, I believe, is going to go another lap. That tells me that Rose is good on fuel right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that's telling me as well, is he's good to make it. I know someone shout out Carol earlier. Let's go ahead and follow along with this 48 Allied Do It Right machine. Look at that NASCAR Heat Pro League. Again, shout out to the NASCAR Heat Pro League. Everybody participating in that. Big shout out to all those guys. Again, D4C Carroll not quite having the night he wished he had. It'd be interesting to hear the story from him, his point of view. Let's go ahead and bounce around just a little bit. There's the 37 of Pro Viper, or more smoke again, starting to link up behind the 4 of the Aviator, as they've got a little gap. Don't really necessarily know what position they are in at the moment. Again, we have no lap counter, no position counter provided to us. It's all kind of big guessing game.
30 to go, HD, and I'll tell you, Rose just came off a pit road with a really, really, really fast pit stop.
Car of Nights. Actually, look at that. We're actually on the 8 Car of Nights. I do believe the 8 Car of Nights is a lap down. 8 Nights is in the 8 right?
Yes, sir.
I was calling that right.
So Rose comes off a pit road with a 6-second lead over 3rd place and a 2-second lead over 2nd place. He's going to be a race leader. Aviator's 2nd, Muffin's 3rd, Stout Whiskey, and 4-speed's going to round out your top 5.
Is Dylan Malone Dark Knight?
I'm not sure.
That's Dark Knight. Wow. That's actually kind of funny now. Knight, I'll wreck you again, even if it's at Kansas, man. Get on here. I'll wreck you. That's pretty funny that was Knight. That makes it even that much better. I thought it was some random man. We don't take no crap deeds.
That's right.
But yeah, your current race leader is going to be the 11 of CGM-X Rose, who, I mean, like you said, he might be good to go to the end. These other guys who pitted a couple laps before him are going to have to pit. And actually, Rose has got some damage on his left side. Let's take a closer look at this as his left front tire is peeking out a little bit, starting to look like a modified.
Well, I think that's just going to help his arrow, you know.
Yeah, it might help something. As look at the 41. or 40, excuse me, directly behind
Yeah.
him. Just straight demolished. Go ahead and throw that thing in the junk.
Right behind him. Look at the two that's pushing Rose here. I mean, I don't know how they can see out the windshield.
Yeah, but that's going to help. Well, if Rose is good to make it, then he's fine leading this. But he's got currently 2 lapped cars behind him. As the 95 is going to move up out the way. I'd almost expect the 40 to do that as well, unless he is the lucky dog. As the current top 3 running is going to be the 11, a CGMX Rose, followed by the 4 of the Aviator. And we are certain that the 42 is a lap down, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Actually, 3rd place is Muffin, and he's 4.5 seconds behind the leader. So the only 2 cars on the lead lap in the front pack here is Rose in the 11 and the 4 of the Aviator.
Yes, sir, indeed. And indeed, I actually want to take this moment to do another little crank it up session brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Guys, again, you got a loved one out there. She will not be disappointed. Brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com. Yes, we have a battle up front.
Yeah, there's a battle up front here. It's 11 of CGM Rose and the 4 of the Aviator. They're side by side here going for the lead. They've been like that for the last almost a whole lap. I don't see advantage to either one of them.
Well, yeah, the 4 of the Aviators able to get the run on the outside. He's now got 3 cars up on the top side, as Rose has got the damaged 95 below him, but Aviator's got 2 damaged cars as well, as the inside line is looking, in my opinion, just a little bit better, I think.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, the Aviator did have all those cars on his bumper right there when we were in the crank it up session, and Rose holds them off.
Well, see,
but one thing that did, Rose is not saving fuel with that.
Well, you know what the problem is, I think, with this not working? The Aviator's not building that run off of the corner. As you can see, he's trying to make a run again. As you look at that second pack, they got about 7 cars also entering turn 1 just behind them, about a half a straightaway away. They are going to catch these guys as they're currently side by side again for the lead. But if he wants to take this, he's going to have to build that run up, as Rose is going to come up to block it, coming down the back stretch this time. He wasn't able to get there, but he should be able to pull him coming through turns 3 and 4. He's got no help, though, with the 95.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this right here, this has been, 4 laps now, side by side, going for the lead. And I just don't know if that 4 is going to be able to clear him here with this new aero package.
Wasn't able to get him that time. Again, I stand on my ground there, side by side through the trioval. That time it was actually Aviator by a fender coming down into turn 1. Still, and the 40 is getting a little loose. He's going to knock the 95, and I expect Rose to get past, as he's got 0 help on the inside.
I tell you, that Toyota is fast right there to be able to even stay where he's at right now. And more pushes him clear. Rose is going to lose. He's only going to lose 1 spot on the scoring grid, but he's going to lose 3 spots on the track. And you was right, HD. That second pack is now caught up to these guys. Just about caught up to them. They're only down 2 seconds now. They cut that in half while they were running side by side. And just to give you a quick top 5, got the Aviator leading, Rose in second, Muffins third, Stout Whiskey fourth, and D4C 4-speed. That's your top 5.
Well, the only thing, so what does Muffin's fuel look like? Is he going to have to pit again? And how close is he to making it all the way?
Yeah, everybody's going to have to pit one more time. The advantage for Rose is when he hits pit road, he's going to be able to take, you know, probably a half a can, you know, no tires.
Yeah, we got the 40 down low in turns 4, able to get it together. No caution is going to come out with that one, and that 5-car pack in the front just got reduced to a 4, as that second pack is choo-choo just coming along. They're trying to catch up to these guys and get into the action themselves.
Yeah, and business is about to be picking up here, HD, as we got 20 to go right now. So everybody's in their pit window. And our own D4C Carl is down on the inside right there. I'm not sure, he might be out of fuel.
Go and take a ride with the second pack, and there's Knights, who's also a lap down. I do believe the 20 of the Heated Snowman's a lap down. The 9 of Silent Killer, I believe, is his lap down. I'm not too certain about that 37 of Pro Viper. I don't know if he's a lap down or not.
Yeah, yes he is.
Is he?
Yep.
Well, that lead is definitely shrinking to those lead 2 cars, as they are about maybe 15 car lengths, maybe about 2 seconds. Steeds a second and a half away. They're going to get in their draft here just in a moment, and that's when we're going to watch. Hopefully they catch them coming out of one of the turns so they're able to carry the momentum all the way down the straightaway. If they're able to do that, I expect the top 3 in this pack to clear them with ease going into turn 3 or turn 1.
Yeah, and I'm scanning through the field here. I don't really see any battles right now. I believe it's, you know, setting up for the final pit stop here, as Muffin's stream has stopped, which is awesome.
Well, that's no bueno for us up in the booth. His stream stopped here in the last 20 laps of Talladega. Again, Deez, we haven't had a single caution, man. This has been a heck of a race.
Yeah, caution free. I mean, that's kind of what I expected here. Huge track, you know, big draft, and we know the talent level in the D4C league. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that we're caution free. Are you?
I'm honestly, well, I'm kind of surprised we didn't at least have one caution. We know lag, you know, people with the bubbles, but overall, this has been a heck of a race. I think our race favorite right now in the booth has got to be the 11 of CGMX Rose with his fuel strategy working for him at the moment, currently running P2 to that 4 car, the Aviator. We got the 12 of Stout Whiskey running in third. Right behind him is going to be the 41 of D4C. Is it Muffin? No.
He's in third place. His stream
Sweeter
just came
Feed.
back up.
I just got it. Sweeter
Yeah.
Feed. Good Lord, man.
The 41?
I'll get that eventually, man. He just switched his car because he was the 95, if I'm not mistaken. Switched it to the 41 here in the 2019 update. That's going to be the one of D4C 4-speed, followed by the Knights in the 8. He's actually a couple of laps down, if not 1 lap down. Behind him is going to be the 20 of Heated Snowman, a lap down as well. The 9 of Silent Killer is going to be a lap down. He's probably 3 laps down because he ran out of fuel and had to go all the way around the track on no fuel. So he's probably about 4 to 5 laps down, actually. And behind him is going to be the 37 of Pro Viper, who's as well is going to be a lap down. And that lead is shrinking, Deeds, to that front pack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As that's now a 3-car breakaway up front. And I look for them guys to get caught here. But, I mean, the story is most of these guys right now, they're going to be hitting pit road. and one person that we know, I mean, Muffin right now has 5 laps of fuel left. So if he's got 5, I look for Rose to be able to make it to like 10 to go,
well,
which would be
just
1
went down.
can of fuel.
Aviator just went down the pits. Your race leader, he's going to go ahead and take, he's going to need to take probably, what, 1.5 cans to 2 cans. So he's going to go ahead and probably take 4 tires as well. Your race leader is going to be the 11 of CGMX Rose. Second place is going to be Stout Whiskey, followed by the 41 of Sweeter Feeds. HD got it right that time. I'm not completely useless. 40-1 of D4C 4-speed. He used to be in the 41 in the 2018 cars. Is going to be in 4th on the outside. In 5th place, got no clue. Couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, and I don't have it. I'm looking at fuel temp, or oh, Rose gets loose there, and wow, I'm not sure if he got bumper locked with the 42, but we got Muffin coming to pit road. He's got 4 laps of fuel left right here. Ooh, he hit pit road really fast, but it looks like it's going to work out.
Be interesting to see if the 12 of Stout Whiskey is going to get a penalty, because he went pretty fast, as the 20 is going to hang up somebody. It was looking like the 8 of Knights. 20 hit the pit wall, and the 8 got hung up just a little bit. We're going to go and follow around with the 11 of CGMX Rose, who is still your current race leader. Second place is going to be D4C 4-speed, and third place got no clue. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Muffin pulls off an 8.9 second pit stop there with no tires and only taking fuel. So, I mean, I think the pit crew kind of, did him a little wrong there, but phew, I'll tell you, strong run for Muffin today, strong run for 4-speed today. Them guys have been up front all day long, along with the 4 of the Aviator, and of course Rose. Oh, and Muffin gets loose coming back off the pit road, has to get out of the gas.
Yes, sir, indeed. And we're still going to go ahead and follow along with the 11, the Young Gun. Hashtag grow with Rose. Heck of a talent of a kid just riding around here. And I'm kind of interested to see what the 4-speed and what his pit strategy, and see if he comes down this time.
Well, and I believe he's probably going to try to make it to 10 to go, so he can only take a can. I'm just guessing, but I mean, there's a big pack coming on. Rose is coming on right now.
Yes, sir, indeed. And that's going to leave the 1 of D4C 4-speed still out there in the race lead, as Rose is going to get a little contact with the 14 coming down. Be interesting to see if he gets any damage. It looks like that front left is crinkled just a little bit more as he's going to enter into his pit stop. We all know he's got that Joe Gibbs sponsored pit team. Should be out of here in a matter of time. He does got heavy damage on that left front out of that.
Yeah, he got into the 14 pretty good getting on pit road there. Here he's off of pit road.
Here is the 4 of the Aviator once the pit cycles out. Be interesting to see where he goes. There's a 43 of D4C Tech 9, followed by Stout Whiskey. Rose is out of pits, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, these guys are currently coming to turn 1. Can we also get a lap count? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Where's the big one? We actually haven't a big one yet. This is pretty surprising. There's been no caution. It's been pretty much a green flag pit stop race. It's been a don't get a speeding penalty, as these boys are looking to the outside of the 42 of them. More smoke, followed by the 14. They are, I don't know if they're a lap down, but I know the 42 is a lap down. 14 might be on the lead lap, and there's the 24 D4C Coey on the inside. We know he's a lap down as the Aviator going past the line. And this time we got to find the 11 CGMX Rose, though. That's what we got to find.
11 to go, HD.
11 to go this time. By
11 to go.
Who is your race
Rose
leader?
Yeah, I believe, I can't see the race leader right now, but I got Rose in second place, and he's 3 seconds up on the Aviator. So if I had to guess that who stayed out right now, it's going to be 4-speed is probably going to be the race leader. As I don't believe he's hit pit road yet.
Well, 4-speed just hit pit road. I saw him pit,
okay.
So we'll see him cycle out. If he's going to stay out in front, He might be doing that one can pit stop strategy as Rose, and there's 4-speed right there. He's going to blow by 4-speed into turn 1, and he's not going to be anywhere close up the speed. New race leader is going to be that 11. Only thing's going to be hurting him, Deeds, is he has 0 draft help.
But one thing that's going to help him is he's got a 3-second lead right now.
Yeah, but you look behind him with the Aviator. They got a pack of about over 5 cars riding along with them as, let's go ahead and find them. Here they are. Yeah, they got about 5 to 6 cars as D4C 4-speed is going to be able to tail on to the back of them maybe. He's just outside that draft bubble. He might lose it, and his race might be over in winning this thing.
Yeah. Your top 5 right now, HD, is going to be Rose in first, Aviator is second, Muffin's third, 4-speed fifth, and Stout Whiskey. Shout out to Stout Whiskey, who's currently you're rounding out your top 5.
Yes, sir. We're actually going to go ahead and follow along with the 4 of the Aviators as soon as we get to them.
And Rose's lead is cut to 1.7.
You know, we need the tool. I need the tool, man. Any 704
Right.
watching out there, give me the tool!
We need the tool.
Definitely makes things a little bit challenging, but hey, we're working what we're working as these boys are closing fast on CGMX. Rose, he's a sitting duck.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, right now he's 1.2, so 1 second right there. Yeah, and I look for these guys to just go right around him on the outside. Now the question becomes, does Rose block that run?
I would say no, Rose doesn't block. Now, the only thing that's going to help Rose is if these guys don't go with Aviator. He is there at the right time, just outside of turn 2, going down the backstretch. So far, everyone's going with except the 12. A Stout Whiskey is going to stay with Rose. Aviator's got him cleared. I'd almost expect him to cut down in front of Rose. There's the 42 of Amore Smoke. He's a lap down. Aviator, Amore's going to come down, and that's going to leave 3 people out to dry out there.
Yep, that's going to put a lap car between him and Rose here. But, I mean, Muffin is right on. This is the battle, you know. Wow. Be interesting to see the move here. What do you do? Because we're no longer saving fuel. Everybody's good to go. And, I mean, honestly, the whole first run, I mean, the class of the field tonight has been the 4 car as far as speed goes, and probably has led the most laps, the Aviator.
Yes, sir. So your current top 3 run is going to be the 4 of the Aviator. Second place, who's the 3rd car on line, is going to be the 11 of CGMX Rose, followed by the 12 of Stout Whiskey. Your top 3 running.
That's going to be Muffin in that 12. Stout has changed cars, HD. He's in the 14.
Good Lord, man. This 2019 update is killing me with names. Killing me. I had their names down, man. But then they want to go and switch it up at Talladega.
Yep. Of all places to switch it up on us.
I am all over it. Well, at least Muffin's in 3rd place, and he's streaming, so we kind of get an idea who is in the top 5, and that's helping us big time. Again, shout out to Muffin on Twitch. What happened? Why are you saying over?
I had seen that the Ford pushed up off that turn right there, and I was wondering if 42 was going to get under him, but he lifted that. Which I was about to ask you, HD, is the 4 and the 42 teammates by any chance?
I couldn't tell you what's what at the moment.
Right.
I could not tell you what is what. Can you get a lap count real quick? No?
I can. We're coming across the line right now. Boom. 5 to go.
5 to go here at Talladega. Again, this is brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Those with loved ones out there who you got horrible Valentine's gifts, why don't you go ahead and hit mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Link is in the description. Buy her some pretty nails. Deeds has got some nails on himself. I think he said it gave him +5 horsepower. So if you race this game, why don't you go and get yourself some nails to get that +5 horsepower. As these boys are coming around turns 3 and 4 to take 4 to go here at Talladega.
Well, and look at what's going on here. We got lap traffic playing a huge role in this, HD. As the 4 was going to go Rose sort the 42 out, and we've got first, second, third pack here.
This is
42 and 14 get together.
Luckily, he wasn't involved at all in the top three, as the top three are now nose to tail. There goes the three of D4C, got him out the way. D4C Rowdy with the heavy damaged car.
Oh, a more Aviator to the middle. Rose is going to have the bottom right here. Move of the race.
That's the move of the race, and Rowdy's going to go upside and give Rose the inside line, and Rose is to the front.
Wow.
Muffin the second place. Aviator's
Muffin
getting
the
hung
second.
out to dry. Just snuck right behind Muffin. 3 to go this time by.
18 drops in behind, Rowdy drops in behind Rose, and he's got a car between the two. And now Muffin's going to move him up out of the way. First, second, third, works their way through traffic, but boy.
Oh my God, Rose made a huge mistake.
Yes.
Too high out of turn 2. Muffin to the lead.
Yeah. We had 3 lead changes on this lap, HD. As there's 2 to go. Wow.
We got to give it to Muffin. There we are. We got him.
Oh, yeah. And look, Rose is going to drop way back.
What's your current top 3, though? What is Muffin showing?
I am looking at a lap counter instead of a leaderboard. But oh, Rowdy gets in. We're going to have a caution here. Oh.
That might bring out a caution. It might not. He's down below the yellow.
Yeah.
No caution out. Still green. 2 to go. Deeds, please give me a top 3 running.
I've got Muffin. Got the Aviator in second, and I've got Rose. But he's at the end of this pack.
Rose is certainly in third, but he's really like the 7th car in line. So the race has come down to the 12 and the 4 of the Aviator.
And I'm watching the 4. And I'm watching the 4. He's backing off a little bit here to try to get a run. And here he goes. He's looking to the outside. Anybody going to go with him? As we're going to have 1 to go at the line, HD.
Yes, sir. This 1 lap to go. Again, it's brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Go ahead and hit to there. Get some nails. Maybe you can get into this race if you buy some, because you'll be that much faster.
Ooh.
As I expect the Aviator to start backing off. Here he goes to the high side with the line behind him. The 12 of Muffin is blocking him down the backstretch.
Oh, look at the block.
Muffin is currently mirror driving, not even looking out front. He doesn't want to hit the apron. The Aviator's got 1 more chance to make something happen. Can Muffin hold him off? Aviator to the outside. Muffin didn't block, though. Trying to pull some side drafts. Here comes CGMX Rose out of nowhere.
Oh, Rose goes to the apron. Oh, wow. And
What
Muffin's
a
your
race.
winner. Muffin brings it home. Man, that last lap by him was great. We got Muffin first, Aviator second, Rose third, 4-Speed fourth, and your top 5 is going to be Stout Whiskey.
I just want to know where CGMX Rose came from. The dude came out of nowhere.
About 7th in line.
You know, if he had like maybe like another straightaway, he probably would have won that thing. How fast that thing was moving.
Yeah, I mean, he got down there below that yellow line, and I believe he had to lift right there, you know, because you can't do that. So I believe it made him lift. But what a race, HD! What a last lap! Wow, or last 5 laps, honestly.
All right, man. I need. Did anybody pick Muffin? That's what we need to figure out first.
I did. I did. Car to watch. It's going to get a win. Muffin.
All right, so we got
And I can't wait to get Muffin in the booth.
I think we got the top 3 here in the booth now.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the chat to see if anybody picked Muffin. Oh, Caden did. Caden Lee Max, are you still here, buddy?
Lemieux.
Lemieux? Who is that?
Caden Lemieux.
Yeah, who is that?
Caden Lemieux. Caden, are you here?
Is Caden here? Caden Lemieux is here with the muffin pick, winning a $10 Amazon gift card. Brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. Congratulations, buddy. You have won it. And let's go ahead and get quickly to this top three finishing order. Who finished in third place? Deeds, why don't you go ahead and get him? I'll get him, actually. Who finished third?
Okay. That's going to be CGMX Rose, I'm pretty sure.
I want to get CGMX Rose. Rose, this is HD. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. We saw you playing the fuel strategy early on. It looked like it worked out for the most part. Kind of killed you, though, being a sitting duck out there all alone when it all counted. But the main topic is coming at a 2. What happened? You just got really high.
I don't know. I entered the corner and the car just washed up and Muffin got his front bumper under me and I said, I'm not blocking that. I'm going to wreck the field, so I just let him go.
That's good driving on your part, but that's just a tough break. I think Muffin, tough break, I'll tell you that. But you had a heck of a race. Good, strong top 3 finish at Talladega. I know you're excited for that, getting back to racing here in the D4C Cup Series. Good top 3
and wait for
finish,
Dover
buddy.
next week.
Dover is going to be fun to watch. Deeds, why don't you go ahead and take our second place finisher, the Aviator.
All right. Aviator, you got a copy?
Gotcha, man.
Hey, man, definitely the class of the field tonight is you led that whole first fuel run there, and it cycled around every single time. Tell us about that last lap. The last couple laps. I mean, you guys was jockeying around positions in the middle of a pack of lapped cars. I mean, how was that?
It was lots of fun. It was just like this figuring out where the lap cars were going to go and trying to figure out where I could go compared to them. And that kind of screwed me in the end with the 18 getting in my way at the last second. And I chose the wrong line and then lost it there. It was fun.
Yeah, that definitely looked like a lot of fun and heck of a race. I mean, I would have to say you led the most laps today. You had perfect pit stops. I mean, everything looked great. And bringing home second today is a really good job on your part.
Thank you.
And HD, you got our race winner. I know I picked him and Caden picked him. Here's Muffin.
Well, I know Caden's extremely happy that you won, Muffin. I think I was calling you Stout Whiskey throughout the whole stream. So when I say Stout Whiskey, just know I'm talking about you.
Nice.
But you finally pulled one out, man. How's it feel? Is this your first win in D4C Cup Series?
No, this is not actually. I'm pretty sure this is 4th, 5th, something along those lines. And it's actually now my 3rd at Talladega.
Well, we're just going to start calling you the Ricky Stenhouse, maybe. I don't know if that's good or bad, but...
I'll take it.
But, man, you pulled it off. What was your strategy throughout the whole race? Were you kind of just riding along, saving fuel, not getting your car damaged?
Absolutely. I was in the race, not a single scratch. I definitely wanted to try to link up with teammates early, just the way things shuffled around. Really couldn't find teammates early, so I just needed to stay in that lead pack. There was a solid 10 guys that just got single file on the bottom and pulled away from much of the field, and I knew if I lost that draft, there just be no shot after that. So I just hung around the back and, paddled it a little bit, saved a little bit of fuel, tried to play some strategy just in case. You never know what may happen at the end of these races, but just try to stay clean and then, put myself in a position at the end there.
Well, man, tell you what, you had the best strategy out of everybody. You were able to pull it off, still doing victory burnouts that locks you into the chase. Again, Congratulations to Muffin. Again, shout out to his Twitch stream as well. Go ahead and give your, I don't know what your username is, but that helps us out a ton.
Yes, Muffin27
Mixer.
On Mixer, yeah.
Mixer, Twitch. God, man. I don't know who you are at the moment.
if you don't mind, could I give just a couple shout-outs?
Yeah, go ahead.
If
Give
we
a couple
got
shout-outs.
hot second?
Absolutely.
First, I want to give a shout-out to Stout Whiskey. Now that we're in this 19 update here, he was kind enough to drop out of the 12 card. Blaney's one of my all-time favorites in the Cup Series right now. He was kind enough to let me take over that beautiful 12 machine. So I can't thank him enough. It was just exciting driving that thing around the track today. Caden, good friend. He was a teammate in the Xfinity Series. Awesome for him to be able to support me like that. Great to see him winning the gift card. And just everyone here in D4C, you guys, HD, and everyone in the booth, got him, that puts on this this league. You know, just thanks. You know, it's a blast.
Well, I appreciate the shout out. It's definitely a blasted call. I love it. I love doing it. I'm glad to see the D4C Cup Series is back after hibernating for 2 weeks. Again, we're going to give JCX12 actually a shout out for kicking all your butts, I heard, in the go-kart race down there in Atlanta.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. That might be just a rumor. It might have been a not on my screen kind of thing, maybe a little bubble, but hey, he was able to pull it off down there and got himself a nice little trophy. So shout out to him as well. And guys, that's going to do it for the D4C Cup Series at Talladega, brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. Again, guys, link in the description. If you got a loved one out there who you gave a horrible Valentine's gift to, still mad at you, still sleeping on the couch, why don't you go ahead over there and buy her some nails. Deeds is wearing his currently. And until next time, guys, we will see you on the track.